All right, everybody, thank you. Welcome to Monday and welcome to our grounded balance. It's our grounded back session this afternoon. So we're going to start on the mat. We'll start in child's pose, Balasana. If you're not familiar with it, we can start in all fours, shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees. Bring your toes together, your knees apart a little bit here, and press your hips to your heels. Now, if your hips don't touch your heels, no problem with that at all. Now, your arms can be extended. You can rest the elbows on the mat, or fold your arms and rest your head on your arms, or swing your arms to your sides. Lots of options here. Now, while you're here, let's check in with the breath. We're trying to keep our mouth closed and do our Ujjayi pranayama breath. So we're bringing in a little more oxygen than we normally do by inhaling deeply through the nose. The mouth is closed. And we're exhaling through the nose as well. So our regular breath, we may not tend to fill up the lungs as much, but I want you to bring in just a little more air as we expand the chest. And as you exhale, pull diaphragm up. As you exhale, a little more air than what you would normally do. This is your Ujjayi pranayama breath. A little difficult while you're in Balasana, but do the best you can here. A couple of more breaths, please, as we just find just a few breaths to get centered so we can start our session. Okay, from here, from Balasana, bring it up to all fours yet again. Cat-cows, our cat-cow posture. All right, so from all fours or quad pose, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. When you inhale, take your gaze up towards your ceiling and drop your stomach towards the mat. As you exhale through the nose, I want you to hunch forward like an angry cat. Pull the stomach up. Separate the shoulder blades, the top center of your back pushes out. Then as you inhale, reverse that. If you've got this, keep going on your own, and do not forget your pelvis. I really want you to work the pelvis. So as you inhale, you're rolling the tailbone up and out, and as you exhale, you're rolling the pelvis in. Pelvis is coming in, stomach is coming in. Keep doing it on a few more breath cycles, please. A great way to wake up the spinal column and really work on breath. So as you're moving, you are breathing. No need to rush this one. Just do a couple more here, please. Last cycle, folks. We'll meet in neutral. Nice. Okay, from quad pose, all fours. Just walk your hands forward. Walk them forward till your hands are well in front of your shoulders. All right, keep the hands planted on your mat. Push your hips towards your heels. The arms are extended. The elbows are off the mat. Oh yeah, you're gonna feel this in your shoulders. Your head is neutral. Keep your head neutral towards the mat here. Your hips may not touch the heels, and that's no problem there. I want you to push your armpits towards the mat. Oh yeah, we're activating the whole of the upper back with this posture, including shoulders and arms. Give me 2 breath cycles here. 2 deep inhalations. 2 deep exhalations. Last one. And bring it up. Slowly walk the hands back. Woo. So far, so good. All right, grounded balance. It's been a while since we've done this, but let's see what we've got today. Let's start with the left leg. Bring your left leg back and then lift it off the mat. Keep it about parallel to the mat. It doesn't have to be extra high. All right, so the left leg is up. Now, the right hand, right arm. Try to bring that up until that arm is parallel to the mat. If you're unable to bring that arm all the way up, it can hover over the mat. That's fine. Just work on balance. Hey, don't forget your core, your stomach. Keep it in, keep it tight. It's supporting that lower back as well. All right, extend and reach. Point or flex that left foot. Your fingers are reaching out to some point in front of you. And recover. Other side. Right leg comes up now, please. Parallel to the mat if you can. And the left arm, lift it up. Hey, we're trying to get that left hand equal to or higher than the shoulder. If you can get it equal, that's fine. Hey, but if you're not there today, work from where you are right now. You'll get there. All right, keep it strong. Awesome lines of energy from the left fingertips to the right toes or the right heel if you're flexing that right foot. Keep it tight. Reach, extend, and recover. Hey, and don't forget, keep breathing with this too. All right, let's try it again. Other side, left leg comes up. Right arm comes up. Reach and extend. We're gonna go a little further with this one. Go ahead and bend the left leg now, so that left foot goes up towards the ceiling. And I want you to reach back with the right hand. Just reach for your foot, your ankle, or your shin, wherever you can grab. And look, if you're not grabbing anything today, no problem. Just reach and work on your balance. For those of you that are able to reach, get a good grip, start reworking your balance from here. Some of you that are comfortable with this, arch the back, so lift the knee up a little bit. You can even look forward in front of your mat, getting some back work in, shoulder work in left hip, quad, oh yeah. And recover. Other side. Bring the right leg up, left arm up. Good, work it from here, bend the right leg, and reach your left hand, left arm back. Hey, the idea really is just to work on your balance from this point. If you can't reach that foot, don't worry about it. You'll be able to get it when you keep working on this posture. For those of you that can, go ahead and go a little deeper with this by arching the back just a bit. Of course, if you have any neck issues, keep that head neutral. Just look at the mat a couple of inches just to the side of that right hand. Hang in there and breathe, folks. We're looking good. And recover. Ooh, nice. Child's pose, Balasana. Once again, big toes together. Knees can come apart. We'll keep that optional here. If you're more comfortable having your knees further apart, that's great. If not, knees can be a little closer together. Push your hips to your heels. And wherever you want your arms is groovy. Extend it, fold it, or to your sides. Give yourselves 5 breaths in this posture. Just relax. Just breathe. Let go of that last posture. Can be a little difficult for some, so just breathe. Concentrate on breathing in through the nose. Out through the nose. Push your hips a little closer to the heels. Try to relax everything from the neck down to your waist. Maybe a little difficult as you're actively pushing your hips to your heels. Work it from where you are. All right, from here, let's bring it up. Bharadvasana's pose. It's actually Bharadvasana's twist. So what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna turn and face the camera here. We're gonna sit our right hip onto the mat. So the way I'm sitting now, the left leg bends back behind me. The right leg is bent in front of me. The right foot on top of the left knee. Now some of you know you can bring that right foot, you can bring it up right into the top of that left leg if you can. If not, that's fine. If you have really tight hips and you have a yoga block, telephone book, or something similar, you can put a block underneath that right hip. I'm gonna put a block underneath my right hip here. I sort of like this posture. I have tight hips, so bringing the hips up a little taller, a little higher than the knees works for me. Okay, our cheerleader's pose, as I like to call it. Let's twist to the right. Twist to the right side. We're looking over the right shoulder. Yeah, really working a nice deep twist into our lower abdominal range there. One more breath. And on the exhale, bring it back to center. and let's switch sides. I'm just gonna pivot on the block. So now the right leg comes back behind us, and the left leg is bent in front of us. The left foot, top of the right knee. Now I have a little bit more flexibility here, so I can actually bring this foot up a little bit here. And you can hold on to the foot. So in this case, my right hand has that left foot. Some of you can bring that foot up a little higher where you don't even have to hold on to it. And if that's the case, your left hand can reach behind you and reach for the toes of the left foot. Okay, now that you're done laughing, yes, you'll be able to do this with time. All right, let's twist to the left. We're looking over that left shoulder. You can hold on to that foot or not, and just use that right hand to support your torso as you twist. Twist and twist. Remember, the head is just along for the ride. I don't want you to force the neck over too much here. Wonderful. Come back to center. Cobbler's pose. So with cobbler's pose, I'm going to stay on the block. It's Indian, well, not quite Indian style now that I think about it, but we're going to sit down, soles of the feet together, and we're going to bring the feet in, and you can hold on to the feet. Woo! Turn my blocks, I don't fall off of it. All right. So your knees are coming down towards the mat. Now we're going to do this Ashtanga style. So typically, just looking at and working into the pelvic girdle, this is all I want to see here. It's just the knees coming closer to the mat, the outer edges of the knees coming towards the mat. And the torso, nice and tall. For right now, though, what I'd like is for you to lean forward. Lean forward. And for those of you that are familiar and have practiced Ashtanga Yoga, this is what you typically do in the first series for cobbler's pose. And then you just bring your torso forward. Some people describe it, you see your feet, take your forehead on your feet. And of course, now you're thinking, did I wash my feet today? If you're not going all the way down there, that's fine. Go where you can by bringing the torso forward. Typically, we try not to round the back. You're going to round the back only a little bit with this posture. One thing I want you to consider, though, is don't force your face to your feet. I want you to lead with the chest. Lean forward with the chest. That works a little better and keeps our back a little flatter as opposed to looking down at your waistline and rounding the back. So, lead with your chest and come forward. Even if you come forward only a few centimeters, you're doing great. You're getting this. All right, a couple more breaths right here. And recover. Bring the torso up. All right, keep your legs there for just a second. Take your hands on either side of your hips. Roll the shoulders up and back and lift the sternum, the heart, towards the ceiling and recover. Okay, bring those knees up. Whew, nice. And we're going to take the legs out and shake them out just a bit here. All right, I'm coming off the block for this next one. This is our Janu Sirsasana. So for this one, what we're going to do is take from staff pose or Dandasana, we'll take our left leg and bend, and then push the knee out to the side, your left foot coming into the right leg. And I'll twist around to the side here. Now, typically with Janu Sirsasana, we extend ourselves over the elongated leg. For today's session, though, we're going to twist a little bit to the left and bring our torso down over the left knee, over the bent knee. So if you're doing the other side, just lean over the leg that's bent. Now, hands, any position here that you're comfortable with, and bring your torso down. You don't have to go beyond that bent leg. Just bring your torso down directly over that bent knee. If you're going all the way down and kissing your knee, that's fine. You're going to feel this along the right lower side here. You might even feel it in the hips just a bit here. Now, let's activate that right leg. So instead of having the right leg just relax, activate it. Flex that foot. The toes come back at you. The heel pushes forward. We're activating that leg. The calf is reaching towards the mat if it's not already there. And recover. Woo. Bring the knee up and shake it out. Okay. Let's do the other side. I'm going to bend that right leg. I'm going to twist a little bit here. And with this side, I'm going to put a block underneath my right knee. Now, if you have any knee issues, a block or a blanket underneath that knee will work fine on either side. It's up to you here. I want you to go with your body on this one. All right, let's do this. We're going to twist a little to the right and lean over the bent leg. I know, not leaning over the front one, but leaning over the bent one at this point. Go where you can on this. I can go a little further, moving the block out a little further here. Now let's activate that left foot. So it's relaxed now. Activate it. Flex the foot. Lots of multitasking here. Just 3 more breaths in this posture. Nice deep breath. I know your breath is restricted as you're leaning pretty much over your lungs and compressing them, leaning over that leg, and recover. Bring it up. Oh, nice. Extend the legs out in front. Shake them off, please. As you may remember, this is Dandasana, or staff pose. So this is where we start a lot of our seated postures. Okay, here we go. This is Paschimottanasana. It's a seated forward fold. A strap is always helpful, but for the first version, I want you to go ahead and bend your legs a little bit here. And you can bend them a lot more than I am mine here. The idea is that the stomach is going to go close to the thighs. And we're going to do this for a couple of reasons. One, just to get us into the groove for our first set. And 2, to try to keep a nice flat back. All right, you can reach forward, and if you can grab your toes, your peace fingers and your big toes, or grab the outer edges of your feet. If that's not happening, even with your legs bent, use a strap, or you can use a towel. Anything's going to work for us to get us into our postures here. All right, so the legs are bent. I want you to keep the stomach on the thighs initially. And wherever if you're holding onto a strap or a towel, pull forward. And I want you to pull the heart forward on this one. So don't look down, look forward. Look at your toes or look beyond your toes in front of your mat. Use your biceps and pull. And pull. And pull. Most of this tension you're most likely feeling in your lower back. And maybe the shoulders as well, trapezius side here. Hold here and breathe. Just a couple of deep breaths. And recover. Roll up slowly, please. And shake the legs out. Hey, that's not bad. So for those of you with back issues, and I mean active back issues, when you do a forward fold, bending your knees is a great way to do it. Just like if you're standing and you need to pick up something off the floor, you use your legs, not your back. All right, second set. I want you to go a little deeper. Hush, rain, hush. Sorry. All right, we're gonna go a little deeper. If you can, go ahead and extend the legs all the way. Use a strap or a towel if you can't reach your toes. And if this isn't working for you at all, go ahead and bend your legs a little bit. You'll be fine. All right, let's do this. For those of you that can, inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, reaching for your toes. Hey, if you find yourself in a yoga session and you have no straps, no towels, and you cannot reach your toes, grab your ankles, grab your shins, grab anywhere. Well, almost anywhere. All right, here we go. Keep pulling. Use those biceps and lean forward. Remember, don't look down, look forward. We're trying to keep a flat back as we bring our torso down. With time, you'll have your forehead right in your shins. Use your breath. So as you exhale, you create a little bit of space and you move a little deeper into the posture. All right, looking good, folks. One more breath. And with your exhale, release and roll up slowly as we elongate that spinal column. Hands next to the hips. Now lift your shoulders. Roll them back Oh, that feels good. Lift the heart towards the ceiling and recover. Whew. All right, Purvottanasana is next. For this one, it's a little bit like tabletop. In fact, let's do tabletop first, and then we'll do Purvottanasana. Bend your legs, feet are flat, hand just beyond your hips here, fingers pointing to the front or to the side. Now, we're going to press down and lift the pelvis up. Keep that head neutral, or, keep it neutral, or favor it to the front. You can even relax it a bit, but press the pelvis up. Oh yeah, we're working on shoulders here. Shoulders, upper back, even your glutes are tight at this point. Hold here and breathe. You guys have got it. Looks good. And recover. Ooh. Now that takes a little bit of shoulder strength. That's a good one. We'll call that your homework posture for this week. All right, let's keep going for this one. So that was tabletop. Let's do Purvottanasana. It's the same posture, however, we'll keep the legs extended for this one. So I'm bringing my feet together, bring your big toes together, and now we're gonna point the toes. Ultimately, we're gonna try to get the feet flat on the mat once we press up. My hands are just behind my hips. I might actually come up into the balls of my hands here. And when you're ready, let's do it. Press down, press up. We're trying to keep the feet flat on the mat. We're trying to get the feet flat and lift up, press up. That's it. Give me 2 breaths here, 2 deep breaths. And recover. Oh, nice. Shake it out a bit here. All right, Apanasana. So we're gonna lie down on this one. This is our wind removing pose. So as you lie down, bring both knees into the chest. Arms on top or behind the knees, and just squeeze in. You can even rock a little bit left and right. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. And as you bring those knees in, you're doing some pretty good work here to elongate that spinal column and working on the spinal erecti and all the other muscles around the spinal column on your back as you bring those knees in. Actually, you can work well to flatten the spinal column on your mat. You can do that by tucking the chin in just a little bit as well. Okay, here we go. Hey, let's hold on to the left knee and extend the right leg onto the mat. I want you to bring that left knee towards the left shoulder slowly. Also, take that knee up to the side just a little bit. I don't want it directly over the rib cage. Squeeze in. Keep your breath nice and steady. And release the left leg, and let's bring the right knee up. Hands on top or behind the right knee, whatever's more comfortable for you, and start to squeeze that knee towards the right shoulder. And as always, make sure that knee's off to the side so it's not directly over your rib cage. Yeah, should feel a bit of a pinch in your right hip at this point. You're doing good. Working on back, working on hip, biceps, shoulders. We are multitasking every time we do a posture. All right, 3 more breaths here. Make them purposeful here. Nice deep inhalation, nice deep exhalation. And release the right leg onto the mat. Oh, wow. Shake the legs off. Woo. Okay, we're going into the hips a bit here, so let's do pigeon pose. Now, we've got 2 versions here. For most of us, let's just do the variation. You can bend your legs, feet are flat on the mat, and let's cross the left foot over the right knee. Once you're there, you can actually start off by taking your left hand on the inside of that left knee and adding some pressure. You're going to feel this in the left hip. Alternately, you can thread the needle, reach behind the right leg, and bring the right knee up. As you bring this knee in closer, you're going to feel that left hip. Some of you might be able to extend the right leg, reach over, and grab your calf. Now, if you can do this while keeping your head on the mat, back of your head on the mat, great. If you have to lift your head up, don't sweat it. All right, for those of you that want to do the standard pigeon pose, well, we're starting off with the left leg. So you'll have your left leg bent in front. The left shin, we're going to try to get parallel to the front of the mat. But if that's not happening today, do the best you can. The right leg extends behind you. Start by lifting the torso up a bit, a small arch in the back, and then you can bring your torso down. You can fold your arms if you like, resting your head on your arms. Make minor adjustments to that foot, that left leg as you need to here. Just a few breaths here, folks. Working pretty deep into that left hip for this posture, but it's all connected, as you know. So yeah, we're still working on the back with this one. Give me 2 more breaths here, please. All right, if you're in the standard pigeon pose, just bring your torso up and then swing that left leg back and shake it out. Give it a second here to swing it out. Now, if you're doing the variation, just undo the leg and give yourselves a second here to breathe, and then switch sides. Cross the right foot over the left knee. Let's do it again. And of course, if you're doing the standard pigeon, you can start from all fours, bring that right knee to the right wrist, extend the left leg back, and go from there, okay? Now, this is not my best side for my right knee, so I'm going to do the variation on this one. I'll lie back down and cross the right foot over the left knee and have my right hand pressing on the inside of that right knee, just a little bit of pressure until I feel it in that right hip. Of course, I'm feeling it in the right knee as well, so you need to modify what you're doing, and be careful, please. This is yoga, not any type of full contact yoga either, so I want you to be careful for our practice. All right. Breathe into this, folks. Concentrating on that right hip, whether you're doing the full posture of pigeon pose or the variation. And believe me, it doesn't matter which one you're doing, you're still getting 100% of the benefit of either posture. A few more breaths here. We're sort of warmed up, which is why I never do pigeon pose early in a class. I normally wait till the middle or near the end to do it. But we're doing pretty good. All right, we're happy. If you're in the full variation, the full posture of pigeon, come on to all fours, shake the leg up. Everyone else, just undo that leg and shake the legs out just a bit here. Woo! So far, so good. Hey, we're going to meet on all fours. So if you're lying down, bend the legs, lean to the right, and we'll come up to all fours. All right, specifically from all fours, let's start with that left leg. It's a low lunge. So take the left foot forward. We'll bring the torso up. Now, if you're losing your balance here, heel toe that left foot over to the left. To increase that distance between the foot and that right knee, it should help you out a bit. And of course, a blanket or a towel for the right knee if you need it. All right, here we go. Let's make this happen. Hands on hips initially, and let's do a small lunge forward. So we're going to bring the torso forward. And actually, we're bringing the pelvis forward and down. And so you need to feel this on the left hamstrings here. And yeah, my left ankle is definitely in front of the left knee. So if your left knee goes in front of the ankle, no, please. Bring that foot, get it in front of it, and then bring the pelvis down. All right, are we there? Love it. Take your left hand to your left knee, or you can take that whole left arm and just rest it on that left knee. We're going to twist to the right side. Twist to the right. Good. A lot of this is working right from our lower abdominal region here for this twist. You might even feel on that left shoulder. We're looking over the right shoulder. We're leaning in a bit. And I'm even using my left arm to push out just a bit. Give me 2 breaths here. One more breath in and recover. Bring the torso to the front, and now a low lunge. We're bringing the torso down. So your hands are on the inside of that left foot. Now you can roll onto the outer edge of that left foot so you can see the bottom of it. Lots of options here. The arms, you can keep the arms nice and long, or come down to a block onto your forearms. Go to where you're comfortable today, please. If you really want to go deep with this one, you might be on your forearms, and you can even come onto the right toes and lift the right knee off the mat. That may work for some of you for a few seconds or a few breaths. Come down whenever you need to. And as you may already feel, the lower you bring your torso, the deeper you're going into that left hip. If your arms are extended, coming down to the forearms is not happening today, don't worry about it. You're doing great right here. All right, folks, we're happy. We really are. Let's lift the torso up. Keep that left foot there. Take that foot flat. Shift the hips back and lift the left toes off the mat. Now we're leaning over that left leg and focusing in on giving your left knee a kiss, or blowing a kiss, however works there. Yeah, hamstring, calf work, all right there for you. Oh, nice, 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 and recover. Woo, we're switching sides. So the left knee is down, right foot is forward. And as I mentioned late in the game last time, make sure that right ankle is in front of the right knee. All right, we've got our balance, hands on hips. Here we go. We're leaning the pelvis forward. Ooh, leaning deep into that right hamstring. I feel it already. And I feel it with my left hip too. Okay, looks good. From here, we're gonna do a twist. So the right hand, right knee, I'm gonna place my whole right arm on that right knee, and we're twisting to the left. That right arm is actually pushing against the right knee, helping me twist a little deeper. Oh yeah, feeling this down the upper left side of the back and in the hips. We are looking good here, folks. Couple more breaths right here. Twist, breathe, and recover. Ooh, low lunge. Hands down on the inside of that right foot. Come on to the outer edge of that right foot. And listen, even from here, if you need a block under your head to come up a little higher, that's fine. You might be fairly tight in the hips, so this, you may have to use a block. And if you don't have a block and just coming down over that right knee works for you today, do it. You don't have to have your hands on the mat. That will come with time. Make sure we have the alignment first, and then depth, how deep we get into it, that'll come with time. We'll have this down, no problem at all. All right, hold here and breathe, folks. Oh, and yeah, remember, you can also come onto your left toes, lift the left knee up if you really want to get a little deeper into this. Now, my arms are extended, but you can come onto your forearms with this as well. And don't worry, I've muted everybody, so if you start screaming, I'm gonna keep teaching. Hold here and breathe. 2 more breaths, folks. And bring the left knee down. And just shift the hips back, extending that right leg. Toes are up. And we're coming down and leaning over the right leg. Oh, and I feel this. I do indeed. 2 more breaths right here. And recover. Oh, we're coming to quad pose. So we're on all fours here. Woo! From quad pose, turbo dog. So with turbo dog, it's our variation to downward dog. You can come down to your forearms, keep the head relaxed, come onto your toes, and lift the hips up. Now, if your knees are somewhat bent, that's fine. Ideally, we're elongating the legs and bringing the heels closer to the mat. From the side, you'll look like an A, maybe a wide A, but an A nonetheless. You can walk it out if you like. Lift one heel a little higher, lower the other heel. Lots of work on shoulders here. Upper back, and keep that core, keep your stomach in. And from here, Balasana, child's pose. Bring the knees down, shift the hips to the heels. You can fold your arms or sweep your arms to the sides. Give yourselves a few breaths right here. Let go of that last posture. Just breathe. If you can, try to relax everything in the body. If your arms are extended out in front of you, swing them to the sides. That'll take all the pressure off of the shoulders. All right, number 2. Let's come to quad pose, all fours, and then bring the forearms down for turbo dog. This is our variation to downward facing dog. All right, come underneath your toes and lift the hips up. Woo, we'll just hang here. So your forearms are pressing into the mat. Fingers are spread, but favor that pinky. Shoulders are working, biceps are working. You feel it. Keep your core, your stomach, keep it in. Legs are extended. If you have a slight bend in the legs, that's fine, but try to elongate them if you can, working those heels towards the mat. You can walk the feet a little closer to your elbows. That'll intensify the posture a bit. And recover into child's pose. So nice and easy, knees come down, hips inch back towards the heels, and you can release the hands, the arms to the sides of the mat. Forehead down or one cheek or the other down on the mat. Just 3 deep breaths here. Just relax into this. All right, last breath in. And on your exhale, let's bring it up. Woo, nice. From turbo dog to boat. Yeah, had to happen, folks. Come on, let's do this. We got this. Boat pose, also known as Navasana for you Sanskrit junkies. We're seated, legs are bent, and if this is your first time doing yoga with me, from here, take one hand behind one knee, take the other hand behind the other knee, and bring your legs up. We're keeping the torso up as well. So yeah, this is core we're working on. Now this posture, only if you've done this for the very first time. Everyone else, arms are out. That's it. And if you've had at least 2 sessions with me, try to extend those legs up. And if you have the legs up and this is only going to work for a few breaths, bam, bend them again. You'll be fine. And most importantly, from this posture, from my perspective, I need you to think about one thing. What did you have for lunch today? Did you go to that fast food? And for those of you that are thinking silently or out loud to yourself, we had warm water and sawdust. I don't believe you. All right, hold here and recover. Feet are down onto the mat. Woo, give it a couple of breaths here. So for all the work we're doing in the back, we've got to do a little bit of core work as well because the core supports our back. And it should. If it doesn't, that's when you throw your back out. It gets ugly. All right, number 2, folks. Let's do this. Boat pose. Legs are up. And if you're having a really bad back day, then yeah, hands can be behind the knees or just have one leg up. And that's if you're having a really bad back day. But I need you to breathe through most of this. Do what you can here. Work through it and have some fun. From a side, you're like a V pose. The worst thing that's going to happen, you roll backwards or you flop backwards and your legs flop forward. And recover. Woo! Nice. We have one more to do on that one. Just one more. We'll have this. Okay. All right. So we'll do boat pose. And yes, we're going to do low boat. It's been a while. Don't worry. It's like riding a bike. All right, folks. Number 3 for boat pose. Let's bring it up. Legs are up, either bent or the legs are extended. Okay, If you haven't done low boat before, I'll demonstrate. We just lower the legs and lower the torso. The heels stay off the mat. Head and shoulders stay off the mat. Yeah, working the core here. And then we can bring it back up. All right, that was a demo. Let's do this. Low boat. That's it. You guys have got it. Hold it. Okay, most people have it. I'm watching. And lift and recover. Nice. We'll call that your homework posture for this week. Not bad at all. Okay, cobra. Let's get onto our stomachs on this one. Lying down on the mat for cobra pose or bhujangasana. Hands are going to be underneath the shoulders. If you roll your shoulders forward, they should touch the tops of the fingers. If you can't get your hands that far back, do what you can here. Feet are flat, big toes together. All right, let's go. Cobra, bhujangasana, lift chin and chest. I don't want you to come up too far. We're pressing into the mat. Keep your elbows tucked into the sides. Your hips may be cinched. If they're not, I do want you to keep the top of the feet flat on the mat though. If your hips are cinched, your glutes are tight, they may give you a little more anchor work to lift up a little higher. Not really important. This is all about your lower back now. Give me 2 breaths right here. And recover, chin to the mat. Ooh, nice. Okay, we're gonna do upward facing dog. We'll do it sequential on this one. So we'll start in cobra and lift all the way up. All right, let's do this. Press down, lift up into cobra initially. So we're not up all the way. The arms are still bent, elbows are still bent towards the sides. And from here, let's extend the arms. Whew. So if your shoulders are not over your wrist, you can scoot up just a little bit. Feet are still flat on the mat. This is upward dog or a variation of upward facing dog. Okay, from here, I want you to tighten up the legs, lift the thighs and the knees just off the mat, just a little bit. I don't want you to lift the butt up. Just keep the knees just off the mat. Hold here. If you're getting a cramp in one foot or the other, just lift that foot. You can do this. One more breath. And an exhale, bring it down slowly. Oh, nice. Hands to the sides. 2 breaths right here. Woo, good work so far. And balasana, child's pose. So you can push up to all 4s and then push the hips towards the heels. Arms wherever you'd like them. Extend it, fold it, or to your sides. 2 breaths right here. And let's bring it up. We're coming onto our backs. Whew. We're almost there, folks. One of my favorite postures, happy baby. So lying down on your back, legs are bent. I want you to bring the knees up, bring the feet off the mat. We're going to bring the soles of the feet towards the ceiling. If you can, peace fingers, grabbing your big toes. If you can't grab your big toes, grab your feet, ankles. You can even grab behind your knees and just bring the knees down towards the spot on the floor of the mat, just on the outside of your armpits. Yeah, we're working hamstrings here, as you can feel, but really, we're targeting that lower back. Now, if you're just hanging out right here and not moving, you're the dead bug. If you want to, if you start rocking a little bit left and right, that's the happy baby. And remember, you did this when you were like 3 months old. Well, maybe 6, I'm not really sure, but somewhere in your past, you did this. And you were happy about it too. All right, let's rock a little more. Or just hang out where you're at. Try to add a little more pressure, bring those knees down a little closer to the floor. And recover, release. Feet are flat. Whew. Windshield wipe the knees left and right a few times, please. Let the knees swing to the left, swing to the right. You can even do one leg at a time. And bring the knees over to the left and just let them drop towards the mat. This is Shavasana Pradiviti. It's our supine twist. So the knees are dropping to the left side of the mat. Your right shoulder stays on the mat. And you can look over your right shoulder. If you have any neck issues though, just keep your head neutral, look up at your ceiling. Of course, you can kick that top leg out if you need more oomph from that low back twist, or cross the right leg over the left. Lots of options here. And from here, let's bring one leg up and then the other. Oh, drop the knees to the other side of the mat. And now we're looking over the left side. And remember your options, kicking the left leg out, or twisting the left leg over the right leg. Depends on how you feel today. So from your Ujjayi Pranayama breath, just relax your breath now. Breathe regularly. Even slowing down the heart just a bit. Happy baby made us excited, so the heart rate was going up there. Well done. Hey, bring one knee up, then the other, and bring your knees into the chest one more time. Arms on top or behind the knees. Squeeze in and release the legs onto the mat. Your arms are relaxed on your sides. The toes fall open to the sides a bit. Give yourselves a few breaths right here to try to consciously, physically relax everything from your toes through your forehead. No tension in the toes or the legs. Tension in the stomach as it just relaxes and sinks towards the mat, towards the spinal column. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your fingers start to curl in just a little. Take notice of the face, around your mouth, cheeks, your eyebrows, forehead. Try to relax everything. Three slow, slightly deeper breaths. And we start to bring movement into the fingers by making fists and expanding the hands. Switch the toes up, flex and point the toes, feet. Arms are up. Arms can come overhead. A full body stretch, pointing the toes, reaching the fingers out to the wall behind you. And recover. Bring the knees in lightly, roll to the right, and let's come up to a comfortable seated posture. Any seated posture is fine. As we try to engage in 5 more breaths, just to relax ourselves. And to reap all the benefits of the work we just did for the body and for the mind. With a deep inhalation, bring the arms up and overhead, palms come together. Exhale the breath as the hands come down past your third eye to your heart center. From your mat to your world, remember always to remain kind. Remain gentle. And always remember to stay fearless. Thank you for an awesome session this afternoon. Thank you and namaste.